While on the tour, these two ladies in their 70s are walking along, and the one says, wherever they move, Negroes never maintain their property. You know, my husband, he's reasoned that it's because their ancestors lived in mud huts, and they've never gotten used to living in real houses.
If you spend a lot of time in Harlem, you've no doubt seen our guest Michael Henry Adams loudly protesting up.
Michael is an architectural historian, a preservationist.
The scholar is an activist who will chain himself to a fence to prove his point.
He was the first one to call attention to how buildings in Harlem were being abused, destroyed, neglected. That was Michael's work when no one else was doing it.
Black history matters in the same way that Black lives matter. How could you have stuff that special and important and exchange it for nothing?
When I was growing up, I initially didn't even know there were other gay people. That was a great gift to discover in Harlem history, to discover me.
Michael is a complicated person. All brilliant people are complicated. He wants so much. Harlem and its buildings and its history mean so much to him that he can't step on some people's toes.
You're going to destroy our city!
I think that's the criticism about Michael from day one. His aggressiveness, his candor can work against the effort.
Rich, socialite!
Michael's style is a style that you develop when you discover that many of the things you want are not popular, because it's the only way to advance them.
For marginalized people, what's been so problematic is that when we look around and try to see ourselves and to be affirmed, we're not existent. We don't exist. Would I say that this is an example of New York's Black history being ignored by the city government? Absolutely. When you're talking about preserving the apartments here, you're talking about preserving this vast resource of already affordable housing that once it's gone will not be replaced, in kind at least, but be replaced with something that costs far more.
There's a selfish reason for trying to save these buildings because people literally live in them. And when you knock them down, where do they go? What can they afford to go to?
I would like to just thank Michael for making me recognize there are things that need to be saved.
For people who don't see the value of the heritage that he's trying to preserve, I'm sure he's very unpopular. But for those of us who live here every day, Michael is something of an unsung hero.